how do you fit it all in? There are so many great books and resources to use, but you can't do them all. Secret, you don't have to do them all every day. And loop scheduling might be just what you need, not only to cover different topics and subjects, but so that the day-to-day life doesn't get stale and boring. Let's go check out some examples of how you might want to use loop scheduling for your family. This fall, I really want to introduce my family to a lot of the arts, and I've started a page in my unit study planner about all of the different great resources we could use. I've even put them together in this basket, and I'm really excited to do them all, except maybe I shouldn't do them all because we'll get burnt out. I don't want to spend just one day on composers, but I also don't want to spend 1 month on composers. So here's what I've decided to do. On day 1, I use this really great book about famous composers, and we're gonna be working through it. So I mark it with a 1. Then on day 2, we're gonna be talking about artists, and we're gonna read about a different artist. And then on day 3, we might read about authors or poetry. And so I mark that one as number 3, and that's what I'm going to do. So each day when we sit down, we're going to pick up where we left off, but I might also do a brief review of what we did the day before. When we talk about Beethoven, I'm going to continue to play Beethoven's music until we get to the next composer. So even though we might be learning about Van Gogh on day 2, we're probably going to be listening to Beethoven's music. And on day 3, when we're learning about C.S. Lewis, we're probably gonna have a picture up on the screen that Van Gogh had painted, so that my children are still seeing that and familiarizing themselves with it, but we're not like doing a deep dive here. We're introducing our children to these, and by doing this loop, it's a really good way. I'm also going to have my basket available so that when I am just sitting down and cuddling with a kid, we can pick up a different resource. We can kind of work through these things, but these are all gonna be side options. A lot of them are picture books that we can go through, or just little stories that are available to us while we are on this unit, but not necessarily our base curriculum that we're going with. So all of those things are in this basket. I can go to it, we can pick it up when we are ready to. But wait, I have other examples of loop scheduling for you too. For my first graders, we've really been enjoying Math Seeds, which is part of Reading Eggs, and they do it on the computer. It's a really great independent way for them to have some time to learn math, and it's more traditional. We've really been enjoying this. But I don't want them on the computer every day, all the time. And we really like the Life of Fred math series. This is practical math in a narrative form. I really enjoy it, but there's only 19 lessons per book, so we don't actually need to do it every day to be able to complete what they can handle at their age level. So we're going to be looping these 2 back and forth every day. But we might also add in some worksheets every now and then. These might come from an old Abeka workbook or something that we picked up from the Dollar Tree. These we can take with us when we're going somewhere, or it just switches it. If they need a break from what they've kind of been doing and they ask to do something different, we'll just figure out what worksheet at what level they're at and allow them to do that too. So that's always an option. Language arts is another subject that is really good to have on a loop schedule. You don't need to be doing spelling every day, handwriting every day, grammar every day. Some of those you can loop and figure out what works for your schedule and your family. Make the curriculum work for you. Don't be a slave to your curriculum. If you're interested in seeing what else we're using for our first graders this year, go ahead and click on this video right after you subscribe.